Did you know that a mother kangaroo can literally pause her pregnancy? It sounds like a superpower straight out of a science fiction movie, but it's actually a real biological ability that helps kangaroos survive in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Imagine being able to stop a pregnancy, wait until conditions are perfect, and then continue exactly where you left off. For kangaroos, that's not imagination, it's reality. This remarkable process is known as embryonic diapause. To understand how incredible this is, let's first look at how kangaroos raise their young. When a kangaroo gives birth, the newborn joey is astonishingly tiny. In fact, many joeys are only about the size of a jelly bean. They are born blind, hairless, and extremely underdeveloped. Despite being so small, the newborn immediately begins an extraordinary journey. Using its tiny forelimbs, it climbs through its mother's fur and makes its way into her pouch. Once inside the pouch, the joey attaches itself to a nipple and continues developing for many months. At this point, most mammals would focus all their energy on raising that one offspring. But kangaroos have evolved a very different strategy. Shortly after giving birth, a female kangaroo can become pregnant again. However, if she is already caring for a joey or if environmental conditions are poor, her body doesn't allow the new embryo to continue developing. Instead, the embryo enters a state called embryonic diapause. In this state, the embryo remains alive but stops growing. It's almost as if time has been frozen. The embryo waits patiently inside the mother's womb, sometimes for months, until conditions improve. Scientists believe this adaptation evolved because Australia's climate can be extremely unpredictable. Droughts can last for long periods, and food supplies can change dramatically from season to season. For a mother kangaroo, bringing a new baby into the world during a drought could be risky. Raising a joey requires a huge amount of energy, and resources may simply not be available. So rather than continuing a pregnancy that could endanger both mother and offspring, her body essentially presses a pause button. The dormant embryo remains safe and viable while the mother focuses on the young she is already raising. Then, when rain returns and vegetation begins to grow again, something remarkable happens. Hormonal signals inside the mother's body change. The embryo receives the signal that conditions are favorable. Development resumes. The pregnancy continues as though it had never been interrupted. This ability gives kangaroos a tremendous survival advantage. Instead of relying on luck, they can synchronize births with the availability of food and water. But the story becomes even more astonishing. A kangaroo mother can sometimes manage 3 offspring at once. She may have an older joey that has already left the pouch but still comes back for milk. At the same time, she may have a younger joey living inside the pouch. And while caring for both of them, she can have a 3rd offspring waiting as a dormant embryo in her womb. Think about that for a moment. One child is walking around independently. Another is living in the pouch. And a 3rd hasn't even resumed development yet. Few animals on Earth can match that level of reproductive flexibility. And it gets even stranger. Scientists discovered that kangaroo mothers can produce different kinds of milk at the same time. The younger joey in the pouch needs milk rich in nutrients that support rapid growth. Meanwhile, the older joey requires a different nutritional formula. A kangaroo mother can actually produce milk with different compositions from different nipples simultaneously. In other words, she customizes nutrition for each baby based on its age and developmental stage. This is one of the most sophisticated examples of maternal adaptation found anywhere in the animal kingdom. Embryonic diapause isn't exclusive to kangaroos. A few other mammals, including some bears, seals, rodents, and members of the weasel family, can delay embryo development. However, kangaroos are among the most famous examples because they combine embryonic diapause with pouch development and highly specialized milk production. Together, these adaptations create a reproductive system unlike almost anything else in nature. Researchers continue studying kangaroos because understanding how embryos can pause and restart development may provide valuable insights into reproductive biology and embryonic growth. While humans can't pause pregnancies, studying these natural mechanisms helps scientists better understand how development is regulated in mammals. The next time you see a kangaroo hopping across the Australian landscape, remember that there may be far more going on than meets the eye. That mother kangaroo could be feeding one joey, carrying another in her pouch, and keeping a future baby on hold until conditions are perfect. It's an incredible reminder that nature often solves problems in ways that seem impossible. And among all the amazing animal adaptations on our planet, the kangaroo's ability to pause pregnancy remains one of the most extraordinary. Did you know this fact before today? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Did You Know Daily for more incredible animal facts, science discoveries, and amazing secrets from the natural world.